Oh,
Mr. Muhammad,
yeah.
what's
Society.
going on, champ?
I'm cool. Doing well. And you?
I was just enjoying a little late dinner, ready to roll. On. All right, what we doing today, man? What's going on?
Yeah, well, as usual, just want us to look at books, I want to buy more books for like August, the book season, and so, and probably look at, I don't know, um, check some basic stuffs like how to detect dying book, and maybe figure out how we can use your trick, to get more alerts. I mean, more positive alerts, alert that I can get, that I can set and
Yeah.
alert. Yeah. Then of
Okay.
course, yeah, and I'm beginning to get like more inventory. So I'm also looking at like the auto repricing. Which I've also looked some tutorials, but I may want to know more about that software. Maybe just give me a link, then I will try to do research on
Okay.
it.
Okay, no problem. We can talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
I'll try to let me see if I can even log on this computer. Maybe we'll start with that. Maybe we'll start with that. Let me
Okay.
see. Different computer, see if it works. Log in. Yeah, nope, doesn't work. Let's see, try this. Does this one work? Nope, no, I don't work either. Okay, let me try this. Oh, doesn't work. Yeah.
Does it work?
No, it doesn't work. It's not letting me log in. I have to reset my password. I don't know what it is.
Oh.
It's been so long. But I can talk about it. I can talk about it. I can freestyle it without having. But the only thing is, you don't get to see what it looks like. That's the only thing
Oh.
that I can
Okay.
talk about it off the top of my head.
Okay.
So the repricing from reprice it is keyword activated. So when you buy your books, you let your person create the SKU. I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
I create my own SKUs.
Okay.
And in my SKUs, I put certain keywords that are related to a repricing rule. So I just bought a book for $50 after shipping, taxes, and prep center, 57. What I'm gonna put as a SKU, I'm gonna put the price range. I'm gonna put the price range between 55, 60. My price ranges are always between five increments of five.
Okay.
So we have $5 to $10. Actually, I don't have those books, so not really. $5 to $10, and we have 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25, and so forth and so forth. What that does is and now I have a rule for every single one of them. Every single one of them. Why do I have that? Because a book that costs $10, your break-even price is not the same as a book that costs $50.
Yeah.
So I put in my SKU so that Reprice it knows, oh, this book, keyword, my SKU will be something like Amazon. I bought it on Amazon, and I put the price range 50 to 55. That's what Reprice is going to look for. So when I go list it in my SKU, I make sure to put Amazon 50, 55. So I go to reprice it and also I create a rule based on Amazon 50, 55. I will tell the little thing, reprice it 10 times. I will tell 10 times a day or 20 times a day, whatever the case it is. Like I said, between the hours of 9 and 12, reprice once an hour. Between 12 and 10 p.m., reprice twice per hour.
Oh.
Can't beat that.
Okay.
That's going to trigger crazy sales. it's going to trigger crazy sales. If you have a big inventory, I don't recommend usually using it unless you start having stuff like consistently 100 plus book order, just so you, because what I'm trying to get my students like you to get into is anything that takes a lot of your time that you can automate in some fashion, automate it.
Yeah, sure.
Automate it. Because at the end of the day, we're not working so we can work. We're working so we can have time
You can have time, yeah, sure.
to do to other stuff, right? So the gist of it is it's keyword based. I buy a book for $57. He falls into the 55 to 60 range, and Reprice It knows, do not reprice this book below $35, $39. That's my break even point. And if the book could get stuck at 39, it basically means I'm going to lose money on the book, so I will exclude it from repricing and manually reprice it all the way to whenever he gets me a sale. Or if I know, okay, we're in the middle of April, and this book, let's say we're in the middle of April, and this book was supposed to sell in January, but it didn't sell, and now I'm in April, but I can see in May there might be a turnaround. I'll leave the book alone. I'll see if the market's going to give me something back for it. Because I still do a whole lot of manual thinking as far as the repricing. There's no perfect repricer. Yeah. So I don't know if that kind of gives you an idea of how I use it.
Yeah, it gives me some basic idea because the only difference I believe with the Amazon auto reprice. As Amazon, it has a specific function that says, I think about 2 or so, that you should match with the other competitors, and this should be the range. And so basically there's some similarity, but as you said the last time, this is quite a bit technical. I don't know.
Well, a lot of people like Andrew and Yvette and Barry and all of the other mentors, they swear by Amazon's repricing, that has gotten better from 2016, 2017. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, because
the way my logic is this. Amazon is my partner, but Amazon is also my competition.
Oh, okay.
It's true. They're our competition.
Yeah.
Because it's not as hot as it was years ago. Maybe a law came that stopped them from doing it. I don't know. But years ago, they had what they call warehouse dealers, which are basically used books. So when they order from the publisher, they order a pallet. Okay. The pallet might have 3,000 units, 5,000 units, whatever the case may be. Let's say they put that on a forklift, and I don't know if it's a human in that warehouse or a robot. Let's say there's a malfunction. Oh, the pallet falls, and half of the pallet is damaged. What they used to do is they will liquidate that half that's damaged and keep selling the other stuff as new. What they decide is, well, we will lose a lot of money if we liquidate this because there will be a bottom prices. Why don't we just sell it as used? Call it warehouse deals. All of a sudden, Amazon is now selling new and used. So they became the competition. And here's one thing that's not going to happen on Amazon.com. You're not going to outdo Amazon.com on Amazon.com.
Yeah.
It's never going to happen.
Yeah, sure, it's a platform.
So when I looked at Amazon Repricer, I always thought to myself, sure, if I sell anything, they'll get the commission regardless.
Yeah.
But Amazon is designed to get the sale. Amazon wants to sell your stuff at any price. They don't care. They didn't buy it.
Yeah, sure.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Whether you sell it for $1 or you sell it for $100, they get paid. And if the fees happen to be more than what your book was actually worth, they say no problem. We'll tax you on the next book. So me, I looked at that as like, yo, how can I trust my competition to reprice my books?
That's a good point.
So I decided, you're not repricing my book. I'm doing it with a third-party software And maybe that's me being paranoid. I don't know. That was just my thinking. Maybe I'm being limited in how I see things. But that's the perspective from 2017, 2018. I've had this thing that works for me. I'm not moving.
Yeah.
And it's gonna take a lot for me to go back to their stuff. But this works for me. I know what to expect. I know what to expect. I don't teach it because there's a lot of moving pieces and a lot of moving parts. Like I said, only one student of mine uses it, and he's doing well with it. But I don't teach it because it might be too complex for most people. So yeah, but that's essentially what that is. Essentially, what it is I set up a rule where the software recognizes a keyword.
The keyword, yeah.
I put that same keyword in my SKU. Now, my repricing software is linked to my Amazon account via, what they call that thing? Access keys. Basically, you can, if you use any other software or whatever, there's this thing called MS Access Keys, which basically you put two set of codes and you give another software, another user access to a certain function on the account. This particular software will only use it, will only have access to your managed inventory page where it will do all your repricing. And it will do all your repricing based on what it sees on what your SKU says.
Okay.
So that's my repricing strategy.
Okay. So meaning you can only use the software if like you are doing your own SKU instead of the prep center.
Yep. Because you don't know what they're gonna need. I mean, I don't. I've never let a prep center do my SKU number, so I don't know what they're gonna use. But the way I think about it is this: you're gonna buy books between 10 and 20, 10 and 15, 10 and 20 and 30. That's not gonna change. I don't know how they do it, but for them to put that in there, you're gonna have to tell them. You're gonna have to tell them, hey, this book is this book is that. I'm like, nah. I tell y'all. When I create the listing, I say, don't touch my listings. I create my listings. I create my listings. You guys go in there, pick what you need, keep it moving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that's one is understood. I think it's just best we continue with the Amazon auto repricing also because our prep center has already handled that one, the listing and that's all the SKU and so.
That's exactly. You're already paying for that function,
Yeah.
so you might as well get your value for your money.
Yeah, sure. Already done that. So I've been looking at some books. I don't know. Can I share my screen with you?
Absolutely, go for it.
I've been looking at some books. I think this is one of them.
Good one.
Yeah,
I don't like that price, but that's a good one.
Yeah, the price, yeah. It's in $8, $5, I don't know. But let me check the FBA.
Let me say something about that pricing real quick.
Okay.
Back in 2018, at the end of 2018, I post my sales, something like 180 or something like that, maybe 160. I don't remember. It's a long time ago. I think it's still in the Facebook group. Kathy posted her set. She's at like 280. Most people would think, damn, she doing good. She beat me. That's not what I was thinking. When I looked at her sales and I looked at mine, the first thing that jumped out at me was the average price.
Yeah.
My average price was like $40, $50 or something. And her average price was like 70, 80. I was like, oh, we sold the same amount of books. Your books are just more expensive.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright. We're buying more expensive textbooks going forward. There's no difference between a $5 book and a $50 book. Just remember that.
Yes, yeah.
There's no difference.
Yeah, sure.
I will argue the difference between the two is actually the $50 book gives you more room to break even than to lose the $5.
I believe so.
So I'm not trying to tell you buy a more expensive book. I'm trying to say consider diversifying your buys, because I notice your price point tends to be on the lower end. And look, you buy a book for $5, you sell it for $30. Congratulations, you make $10. You buy a book for $40 and sell it for $80. Congratulations, you made $20. This is what you're comfortable with. I'm not saying do one way or another, but I'm saying consider, buying some maybe more significantly priced books.
Nice book, okay, sure. That one is well understood. And I believe that is what I've been doing this past few days. So, how do you see this book? I've seen it like 26. This one is really low. I don't know, but FBA 26, then FBM 8 free delivery. And this is a question I want to ask. So, like FBM, they also do free delivery. The FBM.
It depends on their setting.
Yeah, but I thought
having their settings, they having their things there.
Okay. I thought the free delivery mostly is for like FBA. So sometimes I'm surprised when I see like free delivery.
No.
Okay.
No. Free delivery. So FBA, aka Prime, are people who have a Prime membership. So when you buy from Amazon, if you buy something over $25 and you don't have Prime, you get free shipping. They buy anything that's free shipping. That's just the difference.
Okay.
Now, on the FBM side, if you go into your settings, you can have different shipping options based on you. So when you see this guy here for $8.97 free shipping, that's their preference. In their settings, they did XYZ, and that's how they come up with that.
Okay. Yeah, good to know. Good to know. So, what do you think about this book? And I was also thinking that there's a new edition of this book. This has not yet like take up the market. Looking at the sales rank is really good.
Is there any way to make that chart bigger and flip it upside down?
Yeah, sure. Let me try to refresh it and see.
Over down. Why is it not showing up here? That's just weird.
I don't know why the extension is behaving this way.
Yeah, you can just flip it that way, it's fine. Whoever what you got.
Okay. I believe it's okay this way.
Oh. Alright, so you're saying, is this a good book? I think it's a good time to buy.
Okay.
Here's what I'm looking at, alright?
Yeah.
So today is July 20th.
Yeah, 20th July.
So we're right here at like negative $10, below $10. Forecast says, and the sales rate was 105. Forecast says in 60 days, it'll be less than 10,000.
Yeah.
So in about 2 months, this is going to be selling 10 times better than today.
Yeah.
And the price, let me rephrase that. In about 2 months, the demand for this book will 10x.
Okay.
So 10 times the amount of people are going to be looking to buy this book. You got the opportunity to buy it for less than $10, and it says last year around September, that book was selling for 30.
Yeah.
Maybe Prime, that book will be selling for 50. Who knows? So I think it's a good buy. I think it's a great time to buy that book.
Okay. Okay. What do you think? 2 copy? 1?
Now, to answer that question, you have to do some competition analysis.
Okay.
You have to look how many people got how many copies.
Yeah.
So you might want to check Prime and go through all the listing, see who got what. Excuse me 1 second. You couldn't hear me, could you?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Good.
I can hear you now.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a perfect time to buy that book.
Okay. This, I believe, just $19. This has $19 in stock, then 11111. So basically, I believe, as you said, this is the right time to buy this book and add it to my inventory.
I think it's a good buy.
Okay.
If you want, you can always use the sales predictor. It's in the member central. If you go over there, I'll show you where the sales predictor is. You enter what the sales rank is going to be for that time, and it tells you how many copies it actually sells.
Okay. Where can I look at it?
So go to member central. Okay, click on book arbitrage.
Sales predictor.
Resources.
Yeah.
Resources.
Resources. Yeah.
Yep.
Sales.
Right there, resources.
This one, right?
Sales estimated. Yep, that one. So put 10,000 BSR. That means approximately 30 copies a day will be sold. So if that guy got 19, in 1 day he gone.
Wow. Okay.
So this is not perfect. It could be less, it could be more.
Could be more. Yeah, sure. Just underestimated.
But so if you want to be on the safe side, you're like, okay, through 374 divided by 30, you're looking around 37. Let's be conservative. Let's say 27. Even at 27, that guy gone in 1 day. So how many copies do you want to have? All I'm going to say is I can't tell you. All I'm going to say is once upon a time, Chris used to buy 30, 40, 50 copies of one book. He don't do that anymore because he got stuck with a bunch of them before.
Okay.
Me, I don't buy more than 10 copies of any title at one time, ever. I would never buy 10 copies of any copy. So the most I buy at one time might be 2. And here's why I do it this way. I find what I think is a good deal, right?
Yeah.
I decide, okay, I'm gonna buy the book. The deal is maybe so good that I might not have that deal down the road or whatever. That's the fear. That's the lack mentality that I try not to have. In my mind, especially when I deal with things like that. That's a replenishable, by the way. This book is replenishable, so you can have this book any time of the year. Any time of the year you can have this book. But to answer the question specifically is, if I buy 2 copies of that book today, although I can have 10, I tell myself, there's always tomorrow. I'd rather buy 2 copies or 5 copies, and as soon as they hit the warehouse, they're gone, than buy 10 copies, and I run into a guy who got 100 copies, and I'm too big to fail. I'm too invested to be flexible. My whole idea is if I see somebody move into my listing and they got 100 copies and I got 2, okay, cool. I'll break even on my 2 and go somewhere else. But if I got 20 copies, I'm stuck there. Because now I got to lose money on 20 copies or break even on 20 copies. And when you see guys that have 30, 40, 50, 100, 200 copies, believe me, they didn't pay what you paid for your books.
Yeah, sure.
They got the pockets to go 30 deep before they lose even a penny. You don't got that kind of room because you're doing arbitrage.
Yeah.
They might have like deals with schools. They might have, you don't know, they don't pay what you pay for your book. That's the point I'm trying to make. So I want to be as flexible as possible. If I say I have 1,000 listings, ideally I would have to have 1,000 books. Because you're risking 1 per title. There are a lot of people who like to have 10 per title, but now you're not minimizing the risk like you should. Because at the end of the day, our business model is predicated on speed and opportunity and the ability to use speed to capitalize on the opportunity. So if you get a scenario like this, when you know 60 days from now, this book is selling for 8, it's going to sell for 30, it might go up to 50. The greedy mind will say, get 100. Hey, what if you get stuck with 100? So you have to have the mindset that there are so many books that I don't have to think I'm going to win the lottery with this one. Because eventually it will cost you. You might get away with it a few times, but the times that you don't get away with it might balance the scale to be the same thing. So, this particular book, I wouldn't buy more than 5 copies. I'd probably be like 5 and be like, all right, that's it. But knowing me, I'll probably get 2 and check on it maybe a week later, see if I can get a better deal or whatever. Oh, I bought it for like $10 last time. Oh, now it's 7? Oh, let me get 2 more. Because what's going to happen is I take the 2 copies that I bought for 10 and the 2 copies that I bought for 7, and I average them 8.5. Okay. So I don't go too deep with no books. And I'm telling you, even right now, there are books that I have 2, 3 copies of, and I'm finding better deals. People talking about, there's no books, I can't find any deals. I'm like, you don't know where to look. You're doing something wrong. There are deals everywhere. And I'm turning down deals because I'm like, I already have 3 of these. So 2 copies got to go before I get some more. But that's how I operate.
Okay.
But I mentioned, I said this, I hope you go over your head. This book is replenishable.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yes, I believe.
So this is a book that you want to follow all year long. And these are the type of, because look, the average sales rank for the 6 month is 66,000.
6,000.
Dude, that means it's selling maybe 10 copies per day. You're selling 10 copies per day. So you want this, and this is how you make your money go fast. Look, there are books that you're going to buy for $10, you're going to sell for $100. You're going to be like, I love this business. Rightfully so. It's, you probably 8 times your money on that deal. Amazing. I'm happy for you. But that's once or twice, maybe if you're lucky, 3 times a year. These books, you can buy 2, 3 at a time and flip them in a matter of weeks. You take your 10, your 20, your $30, and turn it into $45. Try to do that 10 times in a year. This is where the magic happens. The small gains compounded over time. You take an initial capital of 50, you turn it into 70. You take the 70, turn them into 90. You take the 90, turn it to the 130 over time. And at the end of the year, you look, I started out with 50, I ended up making $1,000 with just this title. This is what these replenishables are. So don't let these go away. Make sure you capitalize on, you have a list or something, so you're always looking for these books, so you know how they move. I have a set of books that I check on every day. You can't tell me, it's the title, Calculus Transcendental, the latest edition, not the previous one that was hockey, the latest edition. If you come up to me, tell me I'll give you that book for 90, I was like, get out of my face. I don't have to look at the sales rank. I don't have to look at, I just like anything 70, 80 max or under, give me 2 copies. Because I know I can sell that book for, even if I buy that book for 80, I can sell it for 130 and make $10 or $20. But I know the book at the back of my mind. That's how well you gotta know these books. Because that's what's gonna make you the most money. The one-off when you make 50, 100%, 200%, congratulations. That's not where the bulk of your money is gonna come from. Your bulk of your money is gonna come from these books that flip all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time, and you buy them all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time.
Okay, noted. So no matter the sales rank, just try to get like maybe 3 maximum copy, because for now as it starts, is that not so? I believe.
I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you this is what I do. And I'm telling you, Chris has done the 10, the 20, the 30, the 40 copy thing, and he's changed his approach. I don't know what he's buying today. I haven't asked, but I'm saying I'm not trying to. There's so many books. I don't need 10 copies.
Yeah, sure.
There's so many books. I don't need 10 copies. Just give me what I got, and keep it moving that way. Give me 1 second, all right? Okay, back. Yeah, so it's a good book. It's a good. Oh, I already bought it. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I've got 2 copies of the book. So let me check another. Let me check another book, another alert and see.
Has it gotten better, Ricardo? Is he moving your books to Amazon faster now?
Well, we still have some books that are in stock. I believe about last week he sent 17, and I think the day after I sent about 8. That reminds me, I think I need to check all the books that he has sent. But basically, I sent around about 30 or so, and we still have lots and lots of books with him. Dad said he will call him today. I don't know, but
have you signed up with a different prep center yet?
Not yet.
Why not? Why not?
Well, that because of the time, it's looking at the time frame that said next month.
No. Listen. Our business is time sensitive, dude. Our business is extremely time sensitive. And from someone who's been in the business, Ricardo understands the business. He's sold this before. This is not okay.
You have more than 100 books.
You should not have 30, 40 titles sitting there. Yeah. Ever.
100 books. You have more than 100 books. So you see,
that's unacceptable.
So you see?
And guess what you just did? You just ordered 2 more copies.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second, okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Actually, yeah, we're good. Yeah, our business is time sensitive. Look, you can't have 100 books sitting in a warehouse. You can't. You can't. So you need. I can't tell you what to do.
Well, yeah,
I try not to tell people what to do, but there are other prep centers that work a lot faster.
sure.
Minus all the fancy technology,
really
whatever.
pissed, yes, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm really pissed now about this, the whole stuff, but like, it still has book for us, so how can we change, like, taking another prep center and all of a sudden it still has the book, it still has to list our books. So we're just waiting, like, finding a way to let him list the book, then we can just switch to another prep center, you see? So
Yeah. Look, because the system is, my understanding of the system is once you're working with him, you're kind of stuck with him.
yeah, that is, I don't know. Yeah,
Find a way. Because here's the thing, and you're gonna learn this either the hard way or the hard way. Because you're gonna learn it the hard way. When you're buying a book, you have a window. You have a window. If you bought these books in March, April, and we're now in July, you might have missed your window if those books haven't gone yet. And here's the thing. Those books have to go out ASAP, so you catch your window. Because right now, we just look at these two books. Right now it's $10. In 60 days, it'll be $30, $40, $50.
yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
Meaning, you see, if the book ships out tomorrow or Saturday, he gets it by Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and he happens to send it out by Friday, a week has already passed. And then UPS has to take it to Amazon. Let's say it takes 3-4 days or 2 days. UPS gets it to Amazon. Amazon, quote unquote, checks, receives it. And now they decide, what the hell do we do with this guy's book? Oh, send it to Minnesota, send that one to Florida, send that one to California. The other ones just kind of, just hang on to it. We'll figure out what to do with that. Okay, this one will go here. By the time it gets to California, Minnesota, Florida, we might talk in 2-3 weeks. You're trying to be in place for that 2-month window. You're trying to get ready for that 2-month window. And it's not like you get to that 2-month window and it's the perfect time. No, you want to get that early as possible so that maybe you sell that book before you even hit that particular window. Or that might be the end of the window. It's extremely time sensitive. And the reason I mention all this is that when you work this hard to figure out how to read charts and buy books and what books not to buy, and is this book good, is this book not good, let's say you fuck all this up. Let's say you just screw all this up, okay? You don't want to look back and say, I bought good books, but my prep center didn't do their job.
Yeah, sure.
Especially if you're paying them.
Yeah, we're paying them monthly, paying them for every book, so I don't know.
That's my point. You're paying for a service and you're not getting a quality service.
At all.
So you got to figure out another way. You cannot have this many books sitting. You cannot. It's unacceptable.
Yeah. My question here is, how long will it take, like, to set up the flat rate prep center? Like, how
flat
long
rate?
will it take? Yeah,
flat rate. You go on their website today. Flat rate. You go on their website today. You pay the $151 setup fee. Hold on one second. You pay the $150 setup fee. Boom. The next day, they hit you up. They say, okay, welcome, this, that, and third. They send you a Google spreadsheet where you have to enter all the books that you're buying as you're buying them. And that's it. You're done. 2-3 days.
Oh, really? But what about, like, these extensions? Like this extension, this...
There's no goddamn extension. There's no extension. That's just a fancy fucking toilet. It's no extension. You don't need it.
But how
and they'll create your SKUs too.
Oh, okay. And they also do listing, right? Create the SKU, do listing.
They do that too. That's
yeah.
Your SKUs, your listing.
Yeah, sure. And then this, how will I know, like, because for my own, like, from the basic tutorial that I've just watched and with my experience, I just understand that this extension is what I'm using now, like, to know that this is FBA and this is FBM books, you know, when I click on, like, you know. So from the end, your mic is mute. I'm not getting you. Your mic is mute.
This is dumb. It's a fancy toy. It's a fancy toy. What is this clutter on your screen? This is here, that is here, that is here. He built that for him. He built that for himself. Randy made his first 7 figures. I guarantee you he didn't use this shit. I'm not saying this to say that he doesn't have a good product. I'm saying, can you do without it? 1,000%. We did. We did this with Keepa. Keepa is the old software we used to use that didn't even have conditional alerts. We made money with that stuff. What is this? Look, you spent a lot of time on your toy and whatever. Okay, cool, you're happy with it. I'm happy for you. But at the end of the day, I don't need a toy. I need something to get a job done. And you're not the only one that I've talked to who's going through this. So if I sound like I'm a little agitated, I may be a little agitated. Because at the end of the day, your 60 books in the warehouse ain't going to make no goddamn money. It only makes money once they're alive.
Sure.
So,
it's something
I don't know if you're Mr. Nice Guy, but like, homeboy is messing with my money, and I'm not going to be nice about it. It's not going to happen.
I'm really just fed up with all of this, you know, when you call him, it's not available, and we have more than 100 books, you know, at his prep center, so this is really frustrating. But
and you pay your monthly fee every month. And guess what? At the end of the year, you're going to look, you're like, did I make money? And you're going to look, okay, where did I spend my money? I spent my money on a whole lot of stuff at the prep center, and the stuff is still at the prep center.
We are paying monthly fee, and we're also paying for every book, and also I'm paying for the shipments and everything. So it's really frustrating. And so you see, but basically, Dad always have a saying that we cannot change the goalpost while the game is on. So you see, that is what he always says, because I told him that we need to change this man and focus on other prep center and see what we're going to get, you know. But I don't just know. I will try.
I said my piece. I said a lot more than I usually like to say. I don't like to talk too much about Ricardo stuff because I think it's good stuff, but I think it's unnecessary. That's just me, but whatever. So figure it out. Maybe for you, I don't know. But what's unacceptable is your book sitting at a warehouse while you're paying for them to be moved. Because it's a time sensitive business. There's no way around it. It's a time sensitive business. So I don't know what they got going on. Figure it out. Get my books the hell out your warehouse. I'll pay you for it.
Yeah, sure. I will do that. I'll try my best. So just looking at this other book, I think the sales rank is really, really, really good.
Oh, like this book. But keep going.
Yes, but I don't see any FBA. Basically,
I don't like this book.
Yeah.
You know what I'm looking at?
No.
There's no gaps in between the color lines. There are no gaps.
No gaps?
Yeah, look, the black line is next to the orange line, is next to the purple line. Every now and then it spikes up to 180. To me, those are pricing mistakes. I don't even consider it. Yeah, look at the Amazon price. Always remember, your ceiling is Amazon price, right? Right now, Amazon is selling for around $80. And I'm looking at your FBM, it's $67. There's no room here. Because by the time you buy that book, you want to sell it for 3 times the price. Amazon selling for $80, you can't.
Yeah, sure.
Now, you might get lucky. As you see, there are a bunch of books that are sold for $160, $180, $170, or whatever. Can you bank on that being there when you need it to be there? We said hope is not a strategy. To me, if I'm not getting this book for like $20, $25, nah, I'm good.
the same way I should pass this. Yeah. And I don't know, I think this was around January. This book went to like 172. See?
No, no. Look.
I'm
Look.
it's
As you're hovering over the 180, what's Amazon's price?
81, yeah.
So you, if you want to go with that hope, go for it. But if you fall flat on your face, it's on you.
I know you are the coach here, so of course I will take your advice.
Hey, listen, I'm the coach, but this is your business. How did I come up with that conclusion? I've done it.
Yeah.
It doesn't work out the majority of the time. It doesn't. This is hope. This is hope. So if you want to test it out for yourself, it's only $60.
$60, yeah.
The way I look at it, like $60, that's like profit for 2 books for me. Do I feel like donating 2 books for tuition? Yeah, I'm good. No, I'm good. No.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. So let me just skip this and go to the next one. I think this is a book that I bought in June, so let me just skip this. I've already got this book. Oh, so the 90 days
like this
is
one.
3, I don't know.
I like this one.
Okay.
Did you have a question? I didn't hear it.
Yeah, the current sales rank is not bad, but the 90 days average is 3,592, and but I think it's not that bad too as well, because I believe one is above 450. Is that also 450? Then it's really bad, but for a start, this one is not bad. Then let me look at prime. I'm seeing 35. Let me remove acceptable.
Why do you remove acceptable? They count.
Yeah, but we are not buying acceptables.
No. You want them to know your price.
Oh.
Okay. You want to know, because like, what if they have 100 copies in acceptable and you took it off?
Oh yeah.
So keep that on there, just so you have an idea, the complete picture of your competition.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Thank you for that. Okay, but let me just.
So what's your question for this book?
Well, I believe the sales rank is okay. Then I just want to see like that of the FBM. Then I can calculate the profit and see.
Are you gonna buy this book?
No, I'm not gonna buy the book because of the margin.
Why not?
So, well, I'm not gonna make a lot of profit on this, but this is acceptable. Of course, I'm not gonna buy this acceptable. 26 or 26 for like 35. Yes, hopefully, I believe by August, is the book season. This one will go maybe to 40, 45, I don't know, but let me check last year and see. 31, you see, 29, 39, okay, 57. Copy 16. Well, yeah, I think I will buy this book, but someone have 7 copy, 8 copy, 3. But he also said like let us don't live on wild speculation or hope that this price will change. So normally on normal basis, I don't buy this kind of book. I don't buy the book.
Oh, that's good.
So that is about okay.
I'm sorry?
I said that's your boy. I saw someone, your girl or your
That's my daughter.
that's
That's
your
my
daughter.
daughter.
Okay, yeah.
The boy is not walking yet, thank
Yeah,
God.
yeah, I can tell. I know it's few months. I think 3 months. Is it 3 months or 4 months now?
Yeah,
Uh,
almost 4 months. 4 months? 3 months.
okay, 3 months. Yeah, 3 months.
Yeah. Look, like I said, the Amazon is just ceiling. So you can buy this book right now for 20 something. Merchant Fulfilled 25, 26. But Amazon ceiling is $65. So is that a good deal? No. I'm not doing it.
No.
It's too tight. It's too tight. I need the book for like 15. Landed. So the way I look at this book is like, alright, if I get this book for 15, maybe 20 landed, I'll do it.
Okay. So
So
let me see if I can update the alerts. Let me see. So 15.
So remember, this book has never been $15, so this alert's not likely to come anytime soon. It might come
It might come
tomorrow, or it might come a year from now. Whenever you go lowest price, you don't know. Okay? So,
Yeah, that's something that I also look at. But I'm seeing lowest 15.2.
say what?
Lowest, I'm seeing 15.
Yeah, but that was July 17. Oh, July. Oh, it just happened
Yeah.
this year. All right. But that was the lowest. It's creeping back up. So
So that's a 16, right?
It was low for a little bit. So, right now it's back up to 20 plus, 25, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
So,
Something.
yeah.
Well, let me just say 16 and see.
Yeah, whatever works for you.
So, like if I get this for 16, I believe, I don't know, but it's a good deal, right? $16.
Thank you. Thank you, T. So a lot of these books, you always have to consider when you're buying a book. We mentioned this a lot on the help sessions, right? You're not buying a book for today. You're buying a book for 4 to 6 weeks from now. That's why I like to use that 3 months and 6 months forecast. I'm sorry, 2 and 3 months forecast. That's why I like to use it. If you always use it as a reference point to how and when a book might be good, it's hard to buy bad books. The only way you really buy books is if you're impatient or you're buying on hope. Because I'm looking at this book here. If I didn't get this book for 15, next. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's gonna be next.
Yeah.
But if you come there and you see, okay, today the book is $10, and in 6 weeks it's $50. There's no crazy competition. The sales rank is gonna be perfect. You buy the book. So when you're looking for these books, you always want to look ahead. Am I buying at a lower price today than it's going to be 6 weeks from now? That's the whole idea. By the way, I killed that book. That book that you're buying right there, man. That book, that book used to be hot.
Okay. Yeah, not that. Swamp Thing, I think this is a book that I'm getting on. I don't know, let me check. I can still remember this book. I've been getting on this book. Okay, yeah, sure. So I'm going to delete this book.
No, they might ungate you one day. I don't know if you should.
Yeah, but it keep, the alerts keep coming in, so I just, and I tried, let me just show you, I tried like to ungate, to ask for like approval to sell the book, and I'm seeing, you see they're asking, click on use, apply to sell, After applying to sell, you see request approval. They are going to ask me for receipt. Some other documents.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen with DC Comics. So
Mm,
you're gonna find out there's some. Don't even bother with any of that. Just move on. It's not happening.
yeah.
Don't bother. It's not gonna happen. What's gonna happen with things like DC Comics, Marvel, Star Wars,
So,
Disney, Dragon Ball Z, like all these brands, you might find a book or two that are like, okay, fine, you can sell it, but the rest, for some reason, you're gated. That's just the name of the game.
okay.
So if you see DC or whatever those things are, don't just move on. There's too many books. I found one Star Wars book the other day that I could sell. I was like, I couldn't believe it
No.
because I haven't sold anything Star Wars in maybe 2 years.
Wow. Okay.
So it's like, but guess what? I sell books every day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Lots of
you don't need
other
it.
books. Yeah. Sure. Sure. So what do you think about this? I believe the sales rank is good.
I'm sorry, what was
Yeah, it's okay. I think this is a book that I've seen before. The sales rank is good, but the FBA and that of FBM just the same price. Now this is FB. Let me see. Yes, this is Prime selling at 80. Then when you check, yes, I just check FBA. I believe it's selling at around that
that?
again.
No bueno. No bueno.
See?
No bueno.
Yeah. So I just think it's not a.
Bueno. That's one of those things you may want to look up on eBay. Maybe somebody got it for cheaper over there or something. Because the sales rank says it sells a lot. So when you see a book like that sells a lot, and the sales rank between eBay and between Merchant Fulfilled and FBA is very similar. If the book sells all the time, that means there are people that are listing. That's correct. Keep it on the table. There are people who list it all the time without knowing what the value are. So someone might let it go for 30, 40 bucks. And that's all you need.
Sure. I almost forgot about eBay. Wow, see? Yeah, we have.
Even.
Yeah, well, this book is selling really high. I don't know.
No. Sorted by lowest first.
Yeah, let me sort it by the lowest. Let me see. It's selling really high. I think this is like a pack. I don't know. Let me see. This like
It's a box set.
It's a box.
So,
Yeah, it's a box set. Yeah.
look, what you're looking at is today's picture. Me, when I have books like that are the sales rank is so low every day, I don't really care about what the today's picture is. There's always somebody. And if you want to verify this, okay, on the left hand side, scroll down. Stop. Right, where it says sold items, check that.
So
Down, there you go, right there. Sold. It'll tell you. It hasn't sold. So basically, it's telling you that people who've listed this book at $95, they ain't selling. So you shouldn't buy it. So, but you're going to run into other books where you click sold and it tells you what price it sold. There's going to be sets of like, okay, this set sold for 50, this sold for 60, or whatever the case may be. So you know what's a good deal, what's a bad deal.
okay. I honestly last time we talked about eBay, but I almost forgot about eBay when I'm buying my books. I always have the thought that I'm looking at Amazon is more secure and the sellers, their own policy is strict, not
More secure? What are you talking about?
Well, like when you buy book at like eBay, let's say you don't want that product again, you try to like you ask for refund, the process may be quite different compared to Amazon. You know, the sellers there, I don't know, but I just believe that Amazon is more, it's like more a trusted platform compared to eBay for refund and other stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
You're factually inaccurate, but that's okay.
No, but yeah, you have been buying there. Like, have you ever asked for refund and you get your refund, or like you ask for exchange of book or exchange of any product and you really get the product?
eBay works just like Amazon. The only thing eBay does that Amazon doesn't do is it just asks for pictures and they're requesting a refund. So even if this guy who's selling on Amazon says there's no refund on my outfit, eBay guarantees your purchase. So if the book is not described, you take a picture of what's wrong with the book, you put it on your refund request, guess what? You get your money back. I only buy from two places, Amazon, eBay. And I buy a lot more on eBay than I buy on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. Because that's the other thing. Well, I'll see what I can remember that. Let me skip this one. I believe. Let's try to bring this other book. And okay, this is a book that I've already bought. This, it has like a newer edition, but I don't know if, let me look at this sales rank. So what do you think about this? I believe, let me see the prime. What?
I don't think a whole lot about it.
Yeah, it's too low. But I've seen
I mean,
Amazon.
where's the prime pricing? Is it 22, 23?
Yeah, that's the prime price, 22, 23, and
Yeah, it looks like it's. No, I'll pass on this one.
yeah, this is really low, and of course FBA is 19, so I think of course.
When you see merchant fulfilled prices be very similar to merchant fulfilled new prices, it's a red flag as to how much juice the book got left. So I'm looking at it as like, okay, at some point, merchant fulfilled is selling for $20, and new merchant fulfilled is selling for less than $60. No bueno. There's not enough room for us to make money.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I could just look at the charts and be like, yeah, okay, right, no. This book used to be hot. I don't even know last time I sold this book. There's potentially room on this book. There's potentially room on this book. Here's the beautiful thing about all these books, right? When I say a book used to be hot, there's a new edition already came or it's coming that you're gonna make the same money on going on. This business is so simple. It's so simple. You do it for a year or two, you're set for a long time. I'm not gonna say for life because in business you never know. But this is one skill that never goes away. The same publisher is gonna bring out the next edition. Sure, okay. We're gonna do the same thing we did last year or the year before. Now looking at this book, what do you see?
Yeah, the first thing I always look at is the sales rank, and of course I always ignore this current sales rank. So the 90 and that of 180 is good, and Amazon 150. So like this book is a good book. But let me check the prime and see. Yeah, not bad. Saying 55, 59, 60, and all have like one copy except for this, and this one of course is acceptable.
Yeah, it's Rock City. Rock City always got lots of books like that.
Yeah, acceptable. So let me just see.
Who's that? Who's that? I just saw somebody else. Who's that? Okay, no, it's not. It's nobody.
Yeah, Rock City book.
Oh, Rock City again. 23. So they got 50. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
They're going to crash the market. Watch out.
Yeah, Rock City. So, well, this book is selling at 34, 35, 35 plus shipping. So let's say $4. Multiply 39. I don't think it's a good deal.
So you don't think it's a good deal?
Yeah, because that's not a good. Let me check. Let me see something. FBA. So this now is 50, let's say 60. 60, maybe hopefully by next month will be around, I don't know, 61, 65. So you see, $5. So what do you think about this?
I think your approach is incorrect.
Okay.
So let's go back to the book.
Okay.
And I was hoping you saw it as immediately as I saw it. So, do you see what happens 6 weeks from today last year? Six weeks from today last year.
August, July?
No. Last year.
Yeah, last year.
Start right there. August 29. Today is July 19th, July 20th. August 29 last year, it was $80. You have the opportunity to buy it right now for $40. Sales rank is going to be less than 10,000. You tell me, is that a good deal?
That's sure. It's a good deal.
I would buy it. You have to think about it this way. So, all the time people ask, why don't you do this book or do that book? And Angel will say something slick like, I just had to look at a chart one time and it's like, I'm not buying the book, or I'm buying the book. As soon as I saw that chart, I was like, I'm buying the book. Done. I don't need to look at what's going on Prime or whatever, because I'm buying for textbook season. Buying for textbook season, you're buying ahead of the time. Yeah. And all you need to know is this. What happened 6 weeks ago, last year? Is it higher than what's happening today? And is the sales rank phenomenal? Check, buy. Let's move on. Yeah.
Oh.
You want to do one? You want to do one better? This book right here is actually a replenishable, so you might want to follow that on eBay.
Okay, let me check this out.
You might find something better on eBay.
Yeah. Oh, I'm seeing. Let me see. Social psychology. Social psychology. I'm trying. Okay, yeah. There's a book. in the 5th edition. This is a book.
Keep scrolling down, keep scrolling down. Keep going. Freeze. Yeah, there are no spectacular deals here, but I would follow this book. I would save this as a search. That way, whenever there's a new listing, I'm the first one to know. Because I guarantee you, I can get that book for like 20, 25 in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Because somebody's going to post it for like 40, and they're going to say, I can take your best offer. And I'll be like, here's $20. And be like, can I get 30? And I'll say, no, just 25. And they're like, okay. That's what's powerful about eBay.
Yeah.
You have to think. Okay, so let me explain to you how the American collegiate system works. So every semester you get your schedule for all your courses or whatever, and it's on you. It's coming upon you, the student, to go buy each class's books. The students generally freshmen and sophomores. They're the dumbest because they don't know nothing.
Yeah, sure.
The seniors, the juniors and the seniors, they know. They're not buying brand new books. They buy used books.
Yeah.
The freshmen don't know. So they buy new books, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the semester, you buy a brand new book for $200. You have the opportunity to sell it back to the school, but the school's going to be like, yeah, we'll give you 30. You know why? Because they're going to take that book right now, and when the next semester rolls along, they're going to be like, brand new 200, used 150, but they bought it from you for 30.
Yeah.
So you have to think. Students are getting smarter. They have internet. They have all this kind of stuff. It's like, well, you're telling me you're giving me 30, but I see it selling on Amazon for 70. But they don't want to learn how to sell on Amazon. They're lazy. They just want to go to the bar, drink, have a good time, and sit there with the college. So if you make them an offer between the 30 that they were offered and the 70 they think they should get, because that's what Amazon says it's worth, a lot of times they'll say yes. Classic example. One of my favorite books right now, Pharmacotherapeutics. Love that book. If you get that book anywhere for $90 or below, it's a deal. I regularly get that book for $60 to $70. People post it on eBay. $90, best offers. Here's 60. The guy at $90, it's already a deal for me. It's already a deal for me. Here's 60. Can you do 65? Sure. That's the power of eBay. These are students who don't like what they were offered at school. They say, I'm going to sell it myself and get a better deal. Of course you are. I'm going to buy from you and get an even better deal. So you have to think. eBay's got a lot of students that think they can do their thing. I'm like, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a self-employed guy. Welcome. You're going to pay this tuition because you don't know what the hell you're doing. A lot of them, they list their books. Classic example, a book was listed today for $75. On average, I buy that book for $45 to $60 tops. The book was listed for $75. I offered a guy $45. He counters me $65. I'm like, $55, last price. He sold.
Yeah.
He really wanted $75, but he settled for $55.
Yeah.
And I will buy the book at $75 because the book is selling right now for $189.
Wow.
So it's about, and it's about, you look at where the price is today, and you just go back. You go back and you look. 6 weeks from today, last year, where is it at? It's higher. Is the sales rank lower? Okay. Competition, check. Not too many people got it. I'm buying the book. Done. Can I get a better deal on eBay? My question is always this: can I get a better deal on eBay? And if it's one of these books like this that that stays hot, hey, listen. I follow the searches. So now every day in my inbox, I get to know how that book moves. Oh, in July it does this, okay. April it does that, okay. June it does this, okay. December it does that. And I have this library of books, this catalog of books. I just know how they move. So I don't need to look at this prime pricing or whatever. I just know whenever it gets to that number, get 2-3 copies, we're about to sell out.
That's really good.
So to recap, before we get on out of here, you got to do something about your prep center.
Yeah, sure.
And you can't keep throwing good money after bad. Because even if you're buying these books, you have to remember, they go to your prep center, there's 100 books ahead of that book, so God knows when it's going to go out. God knows when it's going to go out. So you're buying this book because you know in 6 weeks it's going to be a home run, but is it going to leave the store today or is it going to leave the store in 6 weeks? Because that changes everything. So I will be very, very aggressive as far as I need my books to go. Because if you think about it, okay, you have 100 books that are sitting in the warehouse. You already paid Ricardo for those books to go out, and they haven't.
Yeah.
You have a limited window for them both to sell at the price you want them to sell. Maybe you missed it. Maybe you missed it. What are you paying for? And why are you adding more books when you have no idea when they're going to go?
Yes, so you see, that's the decision that I took the last time. I said I want to take a pause on like buying the book, and I want to see all the books that I've sent to him.
Just
Yeah.
switch prep center. Sign up with a different prep center. Switch it. Because like all those books you're buying, who knows when they're going to go? But and this is how people end up quitting the business and say the business doesn't work. I'm like, no, you don't have a good prep center. The business works. We've proven that.
Yeah.
But you can't have somebody fuck up your money because they just sit there and doing God knows what. So I say, sign up with a different prep center and start sending your books over there.
No problem. That is what I'll do. I think.
Start sending your books over there. Here's how flat rate works. They send 10 books for you, they send you an invoice. Okay, we did 10 books, here's an invoice, $27, $30, whatever. They don't keep working unless you pay that invoice.
No problem.
So everyone is accountable. You pay your 30,
yeah.
Alright, we're going back to work for you. Good doing business with you.
I think I will definitely talk with that, to like switch to that of last week, because I was just thinking about the time, how long will it take to set up, the extension and that of like payments and so on and so forth. But since it's just simple and straightforward,
shit. You don't need all that shit. Excuse my French, but you don't need it.
It's okay. I will definitely switch.
I don't even have words at this point. It's just like, what is this shiny toy that you guys bought? Like, he gave me a demo of that. I don't want to talk about the card. It's just, I'm done. I'm done for the day. We're done.
Yeah, so one more question. Yeah, I know we are all done, and thank you so much. You have really exhausted the time. So, but why this extension, this alerts, this input alert? I'm seeing different, I think these are websites. But why eBay is not among them? I mean, if eBay was like, then it would be really cool,
I've been asking for eBay for years.
Yeah, I mean,
any chance I get to talk to Luke and John, I was like, yo, when is eBay coming?
Yeah, sure.
It's not, I don't know if it doesn't work with their software or there are too many very. I don't know what it is, but it's not part of what they want to do. I don't know what it is. So I don't. But guess what? I don't need them to do that shit for me. That's the point we trying to make when we say you're a business for yourself. So if you see something that they're not providing you and you know it works, you don't stop because they're not doing it. You do it anyway.
Yes, yeah, sure.
So like the way I did eBay back in the days, the most effective way to do eBay is to have virtual assistants.
Okay.
That's it. You gotta find someone that you can train so you can use their 40 hours so you don't have to use your 40 hours. Because what they can do with their 40 hours, you can't do with 8. Because you have so much more to do. You have to set up alerts. You have to figure out book lists. You have to figure out how repricing works. You have to figure out the repricing software that you have all these things that require thinking.
Okay.
They have mechanical tasks to do. Check alert. Does the alert work? Is the book profitable? Send it to me so I can approve the buy. You check the work, they buy it. It took them 3 minutes. It took you 30 seconds. They buy the book, move on. At some point, they get so used to doing the same thing over. You look at them and say, "You're trained. You can now buy books from me." That's the idea.
Yeah.
A dollar an hour employee, a dollar an hour employee will go a long way. Their 40 hours are more valuable to you than the 40 hours you spend working in and on the business. So that's what I say to that.
Okay, getting a virtual assistance. Okay, but okay, sure. That is something to think about. But I believe
That's a whole nother ball game, though.
Yeah,
that's
sure.
a whole nother ball
Yeah,
game.
it's something
Because you have to have processes that they follow to the T.
Yeah, sure.
And now you're getting to delegation, duplication, and automation. And you're getting into one of the part that I hate the most, management.
Management, yeah.
So when you look at a guy like a Warren Buffett and a Bill Gates and those guys, they know what they want to do. And they know if they go out and do it themselves, it's going to fail.
Yeah.
So guess what? They hire people that are extremely competent to create that vision.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm a believer is what's done above can also be done below. What's happening in the micro can happen in the macro. So I don't have to be Bill Gates to delegate. I just have to have a process, and I have to coach this guy into following that process to the T to get the outcome that I want. And I have to have this guy follow this process until he masters it, and then he finds a better way and he presents it to me. That's the beautiful part when it works out.
Yes.
When they take your process, figure out a better way to do it, recreate the process. If they leave, the next person can just come in, take over. So eBay, trust me, eBay is never going away from me. It's my gold mine. It's never going away from me. I don't care if I gotta do it myself. I don't care. It's a gold mine. Now, I still buy a lot of books from my alerts, but I buy a lot more from eBay because I figured it out. So even if Luke and John don't do anything with eBay, I don't care. I'm good.
Yeah, because I believe this is something they can do if they have like put another website. I believe this is something they can work on. Their developers can work also on eBay. So hopefully.
If I'm being honest, I don't even want them to work on eBay.
Okay.
Because if they do, now all you guys are going to be in my playing field.
Yeah, it's the competition. I know.
I'm by myself. It's like, okay. I know. I every single one of my students I told about eBay. I don't like try to hide this stuff. Even on the help session, I say, yeah, I buy a lot from eBay. I don't hide this stuff. But guess what? People don't do it. So it's like, okay. But if they put eBay here, everyone's going to do it. It's going to be like, and I don't care if they do it, I'll find something else to do. It's not a big deal. But like, They don't do it good. I used to complain that they don't do it. Now I'm like, I'm glad they don't. It is what it is.
Yeah. Okay, that's it.
But that's all I got for today, man.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, brother. So, basically, that's the next week, same time, trying to wrap up. I don't know.
Before I go, I'm gonna rant on one thing one more time before I go.
Yeah.
We talked about this prep center 4 weeks ago. Nothing's changed. You gotta make some changes.
I'll
got to make
definitely
some changes.
I'm definitely trying to do that.
You got to make some changes. This is your business. This is your money. This is your investment. Protect it, and don't let no one fuck with it. Ever.
Yeah.
The business is time sensitive. The business works, but you can't pay people and they're not competent in what they're supposed to do, and you keep trusting them. So you do what you got to do.
Yeah. No, definitely, we are done like compromising with this with Ricardo and the Easy Prep, and so I think it's about time we take the decision to just move. We are just like waiting for him to send all the 100 books and so, but I believe with or without,
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Take it from me. I used to send 200 to 500 books to Amazon per week.
Wow.
It's a lot of work. He's not doing it himself. He's got staff. If he's not doing it, he doesn't have enough staff.
That's the issue.
Or he has too many accounts.
Yeah.
It's the same problem. Too many accounts, not enough staff. Or too many books, not enough staff. But he's charging you the same. And this is fucked up.
That's the issue. And he keeps sending like 5, 10, 15. Why can't you just send the book is stock is in your prep center? Why can't you just pack all of the books and just send it to Amazon?
He can't. He cannot. You're unhappy with him. This guy's unhappy with him. This girl's unhappy with him. A lot of people are not happy with him. But guess what? He sends a little to keep you guys from finding his address and showing up to his house. We're like, hey, dude. So he sends a little at a time. Too many clients, not enough staff. I don't know what the issue is, but that's what it seems like to me. My point is this: it's your business. Take charge of it. And don't take a penny for a dollar when you're paying full dollar, you want a full dollar or value back.
Yeah.
It's none of your business what you gotta do to get the job done. You pay for him to get the job done. So you better goddamn well get the goddamn job done. Anyway, I'll see you there. I'm gone.
Yeah. Thank you so much, man.
Have a good one, brother.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, man.
All right.